Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prahlad Nrsimha, Prahlad Nrsimha, Prahlad Nrsimha, Jaya Prahlad Nrsimha. Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jai Prahlad Lakshmi Nishinga Dev ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Bhagavad Gita. English. Yeah. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So, Bhagavad Gita, chapter 18, verse 74. Sanjaya uvacha iti aham vasudevasya prathasya cha mahatmanaha samvadam imam ashrishyam adbhutam roma harshanam. Sanjay uvacha, Sanjay said, iti, thus, aham, I, Vasudevasya, of Krishna, Prathasya, and Arjun, cha, also, Mahatmanaha, of the great soul, Samvadam, discussion, Imam, this Ashrusam have heard. Adbhutam, wonderful. Romaharshanam, making the hair stand on end. Translation. Sanjay said, thus have I heard the conversation of the great two souls, Krishna and Arjuna, and so wonderful is that message that my hair is standing on end. Purport. In the beginning of Bhagavad-gītā, Dhritarashtra inquired from the secretary Sanjaya what happened on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. The entire study was related to the heart of Sanjaya by the grace of his spiritual master Vyasa. He thus explained the theme of the battlefield. The conversation was wonderful because such an important conversation between two great souls had never taken place before and would not take place again. It was wonderful because the Supreme Personality of Godhead was speaking about himself and his energies to the living entity, Arjuna, a great devotee of the Lord. If we follow in the footsteps of Arjuna to understand Krishna, then our life will be happy and successful. Sanjay realized this, and as he began to understand it, he related the conversation to Dhritarashtra. Now it is concluded that wherever there is Krishna and Arjuna, there is victory. So Sanjay said, thus have I heard the conversation of the two great souls, Krishna and Arjuna, and so wonderful it is that message that my hair is standing on end. So this Bhagavad Gita is the conversation between Krishna and Arjuna, and Arjuna he heard Krishna speaking the Bhagavad Gita because there was a war supposed to take place in the two parties, Kauravas and Pandavas, and Krishna was the charioteer of Arjuna. So then Arjuna said to Krishna that please bring my chariot in middle of the two armies that I can see to whom I have to fight. So then Krishna brought the chariot, and Arjuna was seeing, and he became so compassionate because he saw his relatives, his grandfather, Bhishmadev, his uncles, nephews, brothers. So he said to Krishna, Krishna, I shall not fight. Why should we make such a ghastly war and kill our own relatives? And better I go in the forest and meditate. And so Krishna heard Arjuna saying all this. Then Krishna spoke the Bhagavad Gita. And Krishna said, my dear Arjuna, you are a Kshatriya. Your nature is to fight. Even if you go in the forest and do meditation, and if somebody comes for help, immediately you will take your bow and arrow, because this is your nature. Yeah? So we have a different, everybody has their own nature. Accordingly we serve Krishna, and then we are happy also. So then Krishna said that, then he spoke the philosophy about the soul. The soul never dies, the body dies. Soul is never withered by wind, not by water, nor moisture by water, not burned by fire. He's eternal, ever existing, and the soul passing from one body to another body at the time of death with the karma of living entities is. So he gave the knowledge to Arjuna, and Arjuna understood it, and he said, okay, Krishna, I am ready to fight now. So this is and Sanjaya, he got so much mercy from his spiritual master, Vyasadeva. He gave him the vision that he can see what is. They were in the Hastinapur, in the palace of Dhritarashtra, and the battlefield was in Kurukshetra, but he could see all this within his heart. And he was explaining to Dhritarashtra. Dhritarashtra was blind, so he cannot see, but he could hear. So then Sanjay was speaking, and now at the end, Sanjay said, this conversation between Krishna and Arjuna is so wonderful and so beautiful that my hairs are standing on the edge. No? Sometimes we have all this experience when you hear something and our hairs are standing on. And when you hear something about Krishna, beautiful story or something, it happens sometimes, isn't it? We feel like, here he says, what he says? Roma Harshanam. Roma means hairs are standing on the end. So Sanjay was speaking with Dhritarashtra, and Dhritarashtra is a blind person, and he was so attached to his son Duryodhana that he wanted to fulfill his desire to Duryodhana. He could not become the king, but he wanted his son to be king. So the Duryodhana was harassing the Pandavas from the childhood. When they were in Gurukul, he gave Bhima the poison, and he gave sutrais. He made sutrais for Bhima and put poison inside. And Bhima drank all this big pot of sutrais, and he became unconscious. And they threw him in the water, in the Ganga. And so then what happened is that Bhima sank down, and there was the Nagaloka. Nagas were the snakes, big nags were living in there. And they started to bite Bhima. And by biting Bhima, they sucked all the poison out of his body. So Bhima became again alive. And they brought him to the king of the Nagas. This is the father of Kunti. Kunti is the daughter of Nagas. Now she was in the Nagaloka. And so Bhima was given 10 big pots of different somarasas. And Bhima drank every pot. One pot was like the strength of 10,000 elephants. So that's why Bhima became very, very powerful. He drank these somarasas, was given by his grandfather. So then Bhima came back, and Mother Kunti was very worried, very sad, and she was happy to see Bhima back. And then Bhima told what happened, and Mother Kunti said, we should keep this secret in the family, not to tell anybody, because it's not nice for Mata Gandhari. She was such a nice lady. She will be very much hurt when this story reaches to her. So in this way, the Pandavas and Kauravas, the Kauravas were 100 children, and Pandavas 5 children, 5 brothers, and they grew up in Gurukul, and then they became young men, and so it's the time to give the kingdom back. The Dhritarashtra should give the kingdom back to Yudhishthir. He's the eldest son, and Duryodhana didn't want it, so they make all kinds of cheating propensities. They said, okay, we'll give you Khandaprastha. It was a Khandavprastha was a deserted land. Nothing was growing, nobody was living there. It was just deserted land. And so the Pandavas came there, and by the help of Krishna and Balaram, they made a beautiful Indraprastha. Now, one of the Maya Danav, because one time Arjun helped him, so he was so obliged, so he built this big palace for the Pandavas. It was a magic palace. And this palace was so that where you see water is no water, it's the land. And where you see land is the water. And when you go, you think it's a door, but there is no door. You can just hit your head. And when you see there is no door, there is a door. So like this, it was a magic palace. So then what happened is that Duryodhana and Sakuni, they all came to visit, came to Hastinapur. And Duryodhana wanted to see the palace, this magic palace. So he went, and he was wandering from one room to other room. So where there is fire, there is no fire. When there is nothing, then there is a fire. So when Duryodhana was going, the maid servant was just passing by, and she said to Rajkumar, my dear prince, be careful, here is a fire. Yeah? And Duryodhana said, she's just making fun out of me. There is no fire. So he started to walk, and then fire came out, and he said, oh yeah, it is true, there is a fire. And then he came to one room, there's a big hall, and he came and he was about to walk, and he saw it's a land, it's just like this land. And the maid servant said, my dear prince, be careful, there is water in there. And Duryodhana said, again she's just making fun out of me. There is no water, there is the land. So he walked, and there was really water, he fall. And Draupadi were upstairs in the wind. There was a jaruka, like how you say it? You can stand there and you can watch, and gallery, yeah. And so Draupadi and the servants, maid servants, were there, and they saw this and they started to laugh. And Draupadi said, "Andha ka putra andha," means his father is blind, so he's also blind. So it was a big insult for Duryodhana. Duryodhana is a person, he can insult everybody, but somebody insults him, he can take the life of that person. So he became very, very angry, came to Hastinapur back, and he wanted to kill himself. And Karna stopped him. So then he wanted to now finish the Pandavas because of this. So he arranged that gambling takes place. And usually it is like this, that when the king is invited for gambling, yudh or a dyudh. Dyudh means gambling, yudh means war, battlefield. So if the king is invited for yudh or the dyudh, he cannot say no, he has to come. So even the Pandavas and Draupadi said it's not good to go and play, but Yudhishthira said no, I have to keep the words. When the king is invited, you cannot say no. And you know what will happen. No? So then they came to Hastinapur, and everybody was happy and welcoming them, and then Dhritarashtra and Gandhari and everybody. And so then the next day was the gambling game. So in the gambling game, it was Duryodhana make all the plan. Pandavas didn't know all these plans. He thought it's a gambling, playing with family members, It's a family members. It's not hard rules and regulations. It's just to make fun of it. But then Duryodhana has big plans. He said, okay, in one game, what you put and what I also, and whoever wins gets the things. So then Yudhishthira Maharaj started to put different things, all the jewelries, and one by one he started to lose. Because Sakuni was playing instead of Duryodhana, and he was cheating. He cheated Pandavas. This, gambling, this dice was made from bones. It was not wood or something, it was specially made by bones. And this has, Sakuni has so much Shakti to control this dice. And what he controls, the numbers comes. It was all controlled by Sakuni. So then Pandavas lose everything. And so then they said, Yudhishthira Maharaj said, he even lost his brothers one by one. Okay, I put Sakuni in this game, I put Nakul, Bhima, Arjun, and himself also. And then still they didn't win, they lose. So then Yudhishthira Maharaj said, now we have to stop the game because I have nothing, I lost everything. And then Duryodhana said, no, you have Draupadi. Why don't you put in wage? Maybe you will win everything. So this gambling, that's why Prabhupada said, no gambling, no meat eating, no... Because gambling is so that one thinks, I will win next game, I will win next game. In this way you are losing. Huh? That's why gambling, we should not gamble. Yes, Prabhupada gives the instructions, because it destroys the person's mind of the person. It makes you so thinking that... I was, in one time I was traveling in Munich in the train, and there was one young man, German. He was sitting opposite to me, and I started to talk with him. And he was a football player. And I said, so you have brother, sister? No, I'm alone. And now I'm very sad. I said, what happened? So yeah, I gambled and I lose everything. I had 2,000 euro, and my mother gave me 2,000 euro, and I gambled, and now I have no money. And so then I said, so you will call your mother again? And he started to speak that my mother knows I'm gambling long time, and my mother is very sad about this, and she always says, please stop gambling. And she's working hard, and she gets money, and then he calls, Mama, I need money. So as a mother's love for the son, she sends him the money, and she has nothing then, And then she said, yeah, I don't know what happens to me when I go, and then my friends meet and say, let's go and gamble and you will win. And then I forget all my good soul consciousness, and then I gamble and I lose. And then my mother is, Jai Nishingadev Pranam. My mother is very suffering and very sad. Then I said that, you see what's happening, so better you see as how your mother is struggling. If you love your mother, you should stop this. And now then he said, yeah, now he has to play football, but he has no money to travel so he called his mother, and mother sent him by bank some money again, and mother is very, very worried about him. So this is what happens with the gambling. The youngsters, they lose everything. They spend money from parents, and so this was the I had talked with this young boy. He was like 25, 26 years old. No? So, yeah. So then, this gambling, Yudhishthira Maharaj lose everything. And then they said, Draupadi is left. Then he said, okay, I put Draupadi in wage. And then Duryodhana says to Sakuni, go and bring Draupadi. And he brought, pulling with her hair in the assembly. You know the story. And then, this was very, for Draupadi was very painful, and nobody helped her, and Krishna. Krishna came and he started to pull her sari off, and Krishna gave her 999 saris. And these saris were so beautiful. Every sari is beautiful, with gold and diamond and silver and these beautiful saris. Until Dusasan got tired, he fell down and Krishna left. No. So then they went in forest for 13 years. No. So this was the because of the gambling, And then war took place. Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita, and then Arjuna said, yes, I will fight now, and then war started. So in this way, you see, by hearing Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna got his knowledge. Now this is very important, that we take this Krishna's knowledge and learn what Krishna wants to say. And in this way we become strong in Krishna consciousness, and also doing nice service for Krishna and Shingadev. And I just remember today I heard one story. There was one devotee, not ISKCON devotee, a normal devotee, just devotee, and he had 2 children, one boy and one girl. And they were not believing in God. They never do. Father was a devotee who was chanting and everything, and he asked the children, the son, please chant, and the son refused. No? And then one day, some sage, some devotee came to the village, and he went and met to this devotee, and he said, my dear, I have so much stress. So what happened? What's going on? He said, I have a son and a daughter. Son is doing all kind of nonsense, and he is not chanting or not doing. I ask him to do. He doesn't do anything, and he does all sinful activities, drinking, smoking, everything. So then this devotee said, okay, tomorrow you bring your son to me. So somehow the father convinced the boy to come to the satsang. There was an assembly where Bhagavad Gita was recited like that. And after they're done, then this devotee said this boy, he was like 18, 19 years old, and he said, so, chant Sitaram. And this boy said, no, I will not chant. I said, chant one time. And this boy said, what will happen if I chant Sitaram? What will happen to me? And this devotee said, very good, you chanted already Sitaram one time. Perfect. No? And then this devotee says that to this boy, look, when you are dying, now anyway you are not going to chant now, it's okay, but when you die, Yamraj, you will go to Yamraj, and Yamraj will see your report. And in the report he will see, oh, one time you chanted Sitaram. So then when Yamraj asks, so what benediction should I give you for chanting Sitaram one time? And this devotee told this boy, you just say, give what you can. to Yamraj. No? So this boy just remembered that. His life was going, he became old and young man and became old and he died. When he died, he remembered that, what this devotee said to him. So then, after his death, Yamadutas came and took him to Yamraj. And Yamraj was looking, so much sinful activity, you have done all nonsense. And then at the end came, he chanted one time Sitaram. So then he was look in the record. What can be done with this kind of case if somebody has chanted one time Sitaram? There was nothing said about that. So then he thought, I will take this boy to Brahmadev and ask him, what shall we do with this boy? He chanted one time Sitaram. What can we do? So he took this boy to Brahmalok, to Lord Brahma, and said, this boy has done all sinful activities, but one thing is he chanted Sitaram one time. So what can we do? Yeah? And Brahma said, actually, I also don't know what to do with this person. So then they said, okay, we take him where he chanted Sitaram in Vaikuntha to Lord Vishnu. So then they took him to Lord Vishnu and said that this boy has chanted one time Sitaram. What shall we do with him? And Lord Vishnu said, keep him here now. He has come to Vaikuntha, he stays here now. So just see by chanting one time. So it's so powerful. Holy name of God, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So this is a very nice story. I heard it, so I thought I say this. I like it because you can see how powerful is the holy name. No? That's why Prabhupada said, even if you distribute books, even somebody just touched the book, he will be benefited. And if he reads one sentence, he will be benefited. He will, some sukriti will be done. He continue next life, he or she. So it's very, very powerful. It's Krishna's words and Krishna's instructions and Krishna's Bhagavad-gītā. And so, very nice story. And so then this is what Sanjay also did. He could see the whole Mahabharata, and he was explaining to Dhritarashtra, and he was so enchanted by this whole Bhagavad-gītā. We could hear whole Bhagavad-gītā, and that's why he said that where there is Krishna and Arjuna, there is victory. No? So victory means glorious victory. That when we are with Krishna, it all victory, all glorious, and we are all protected. Krishna protects us. We have seen so many stories how Krishna protected his devotees. No? There is one. Krishna says that even you forget me, I will not forget you. No? Even when you do deity worship, there is few mantras, different mantras you chant for forgiveness. And one is that Krishna says in Bhagavad-gītā that my devotees never perish. No? He said to Arjuna, you declare boldly that my devotees never perish. Because once you chant, you become Krishna. You belong to Krishna. And Krishna will do what is necessary for us. No? He will take care of us. And we most of the time we think, oh, how I came here and now I'm here. This is from previous life. It has been connected and Krishna guides us. Now you go there, you do this, you do this. Krishna is always with us. No? And this is how he brings us to Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada brings us to Krishna, and Krishna brings us to Prabhupada. It's like hand by hand is working. Where there is Krishna, there is Arjun. And where there is Arjun, there is Krishna, and there is our victory. So where there is devotee, there is Krishna, and where there is Prabhupada, there is devotees and Krishna. And Prabhupada is so merciful. In his old age, he came to America. And, he never been to America. And it became so cold, and still Prabhupada used to sit under a tree and chant, and in this way devotees came and movement started. So Krishna always had the, because Prabhupada is pure devotee, so Krishna was always fulfilling Prabhupada's desire. No? Prabhupada wanted that this Krishna consciousness spread all over the world. Temples are built, books are distributed. So it's happening. You see, we had festival here 1 month ago, Nasi Chaturdasi. 1,000 people were here. It's so nice. Now the people are becoming more and more, they want to come to temples and have darshan of Nishingadev, and because people are realizing it, that there is so much suffering in this world. And by connecting with Krishna, we become more happy. And this is this realization brings the people close to Krishna, and that's why they look where there are temples, they go, they come, and they take part in the programs and take nice prasad. So you see, this is all Prabhupada wanted, no? That people come and take Krishna consciousness. In this way they become happy, become free from this material existence, life, birth, death, old age and disease. There is no other way. No? One can try, but still, without Krishna's mercy, one cannot cross the ocean of material existence. No? Viraj Raj, this river Viraj. So by mercy of Krishna, one can swim and go on the side of the bank where Krishna Loka is there. So we are so fortunate. We should continue our service, we should continue our sadhana, and we should, be always alert to serve, do our service properly with great enthusiasm and good consciousness, and then you will see it makes you so happy. You feel, oh, I did my service nicely. And then next day is another day. So like this. The nice plan is made, program, seva plan, you look one day before, you meditate on it, not that next day when you are looking, oh, what I have to do. No, you should do before you go to sleep, you look and you concentrate, you meditate, oh, tomorrow I have this and this and this, I must do this and this, I must do like this. The mind plan should be there already. Now, one day, not that you look when you have to, oh, what service, oh, what I have to do, oh, yeah, I have to go and wash pots now, or I have to go and out. No, not like that. You must know already. So before you, like after program, you look, and then even you can write it down, what I have to do, then you can meditate. And by meditating this, you take rest, and next day you are fresh and you are inspired to do your service. This is how it should be. One should know before, ahead. Sometimes I ask, are you in the kitchen? Oh, I have to look, I don't know. No, not like that. One should know already, yes, I'm coming and washing pots, or I'm helping with cutting vegetables, or I'm doing that. I'm in puja department, whatever. No? One should be alert of this seva. And then you see how happy you are, how consciousness is. When you do in time, the service is so pleasant to do it. For example, washing pots in the morning. 10 o'clock you come, wash your pots, then pots are not so dry, as the Ruka say, otherwise the pots are so dry, it takes long time to wash. You go after breakfast, you go immediately in the kitchen, wash your pots, put everything in order, clean the floor, and then you can take a little nap, or you can read, or you can go for a walk. And then when you have again to do the shift, then at 12:30 one should be in the kitchen. And when the 1 o'clock offering comes, pots comes, wash immediately, 2 o'clock you are ready. And then you are free, then you have done your service, and you are happy. Not that you come late and the washroom is full with the pots, and then, oh no. This is no consciousness, this is no Krishna consciousness. This is, how you say, we are not alert. We don't want to take real responsibility for our service. We are grown up now. We are not no small babies. We can take little responsibility for our service. Yes, responsibility is very important. I know in this material world, people are not trained to take responsibilities. No? They don't know what to do with their lives. What you want to? I don't know. Now you are here, you know what responsibility is. You want to serve Krishna. You want to serve his devotees. So then one has to work for that. Very important. Yes. So then, I think 10 minutes left. Any question? Yes.
I have one question about this boy. I did not understood how it can be that some person that is not pure can come to the spiritual world just like that. I heard that we cannot go to the spiritual world because we are impure. Yes, and that's why we chant, we do also not do the sinful activities so that we can be purified, so that we can be in the spiritual world. Otherwise, we will not be there. We make all nonsense there. Nobody will be pleased.
It's the mercy of devotee and spiritual master. Because he got the mercy from this devotee, he said chant. So he got mercy from him. That's why. So when you get mercy from devotees, you can cross the ocean. And from spiritual master, from devotees. That's why his father brought him to the devotee, said, bring him to me. So he got already the mercy. Yeah.
Will it, just theoretically, we are chanted already a lot. When we go to and make a sinful activity, will it also work like that? How do you think? So that we come and we chanted 16 hours for a few years.
Yeah.
And then we made the sinful activities. Will we go to the spiritual world?
Like an elephant, Elephant, what he does, he goes in the river, takes bath, comes out, and throw all the sand on him. So we should not do like elephants, then go again and get clean again. So once you know the standard, once you know the real understanding when you get, then you don't want to do that. You don't like to do it. You would like to do more on this side, serve Krishna, serve spiritual master. So one has to become really serious about it, to not fall down again. Once you are initiated, you promise your spiritual master that I will not drink, I will not eat, I will not do all these rules and regulations, and always serve Krishna. So we have to. This is our responsibility, to take the mercy from spiritual master. He has given us diksha, so we should not come back to our material life then. Like snake, you know the snake? When the baby snake comes out, born, and then he has skin. And he leaves this skin. But he doesn't come back to the same skin. So it is a good example. If the snake don't come back to the same skin, so we are human beings, we are Vaishnavas, so we should not go back to our material life. Yes.
The last question then. This boy became also this merciful devotee, and was he purified because of that, and so he came into the spiritual world, or was this like just a ticket for him? And was he purified in the spiritual world? I just cannot understand this.
This is the power of holy name. How powerful is the holy name? This is the point of it. Yeah. It is. It's not that he became pure, or it's the power of the holy name. Just want to show that how powerful is the holy name. By chanting holy name, even such people can go back to Godhead, but just chanting one time. So what about if you are chanting every day? You will surely go back to Godhead. This is an example. The glory of the holy name.
So these persons that become God conscious in the spiritual world, yes?
Yes. Yeah, we follow the process, no? We follow, but by the mercy of spiritual master, by mercy of Prabhupada. Prabhupada said that, he said, my disciples, if they cannot, I will come back to get them to go back to Godhead. No? So it's a spiritual master brings us back to Godhead. Yes. But we must have the faith. We must have determination. We should do our service properly. This is what we have to do. And get cleansed by cleaning and doing. Yes. Life, we have been in this material world millions of lives, So purification has to take place. But Krishna don't give you what you cannot take. Don't worry. He will protect you.
Not too much pots.
Well, too much pots if you don't come in time. Krishna don't take care of the pots. You have to take care of pots. So, okay, good. Hare Krishna. So, Bhagavad Gita ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Premananda.